Hey, this is the first video. I'm just giving the introduction here because it's also a test video to see whether or not the sound will work. Oh, the thing's gone past. Okay, that's fine. This is a review of John Wick, Chapter 4. Having watched the first 3 installments of the John Wick franchise, it's my mistake every single time to think that this one won't be better than the last. That my mind won't be blown more than it was when I saw that first movie. I mean, the first movie, they kill a dog. Second movie, he gets a dog. Third movie, there's attack dogs. Fourth movie, he saves a dog. I mean, what more could you want in a movie? Trilogy, quadrilogy. I'll Google what that is later. It's a full circle. It's everything you could hope for if you have watched any of the movies. It just keeps on his steady incline in quality and set pieces, in stunt work, in visual effects. I definitely had doubts when it comes to the fourth movie, though. Often trilogies are perfect, and the fourth is the one that nobody really wants to see. It normally comes out about 6 years later, and the studio needs something and they've got no original ideas. But it's like a free movie pass, and you know they're going to get it.
Give me that.
What?
Give me that.
Unfortunately, this is not the case in the John Wick franchise. These films have always left us feeling that the next movie is the big one. That it's the pure John Wick crazy explosion, action-chasing, dog-loving movie that we've been waiting for, and this movie delivers. It has everything you could want to see John Wick do. Kill someone with a playing card? He can do that. Blatantly murdering people by throwing them into traffic in the Arc de Triomphe? Of course he can do that. France only consists of assassins, so of course that works. You want to see a top-down fighter game perspective? What the hell? Why don't we give him a fire gun so it's more visually pleasing to the audience? Absolutely. I can ignore there's only one signature dog that fights people, but it delivers in every other aspect, so that's okay. This is what I want from my John Wick movie. Also deserving of some praise in this movie is the actor Donnie Yen, who I think is the only person in the world that can perfectly depict a blind assassin. An audience realistically does not accept blind people having assassin abilities due to the miscommunication that blind people don't do that in real life. But they might. They're assassins. They're secret. Maybe all blind people are. Do you have a blind friend? Ask them. They might be. Realistically, though, if you're not Daredevil or the Scarlet Witch, fighting without vision is something the audience can't really get behind. I think when I watch a John Wick film, I expect it to be on the edge of a possible world, just enough that I can believe it exists, but at the same time be blown away by what happens in a movie. Having a blind assassin perfectly solidifies that point for me. Seeing how he uses his cane to get a feel of the layout, having him listen for every breath or sound so he can find his opponent, having him carry a little ring doorbell that's go off with motion so he knows where to shoot, it's just perfect. Casting Yan works perfectly with Keanu Reeves, as they are both legends of action cinema who are presumed to be near the end of their careers. I mean, the two of them should be doing cameos in action movies and odd indie movies as passion projects. Instead, Donnie and Keanu are throwing each other through glass walls, having shootouts in the sunset, and sword fights through a mall. You can tell from both of their performances that this was a real passion project. Now, I know this video has been slightly spoilery up to this point, and I didn't prefix that it was gonna be, so that's my bad, and it's something I will figure out how to add in this intro, and if I didn't, I apologize. Editing is hard, and I don't know how to do it, but I need to talk about the big finale of the movie, as I think it's the perfect send-off to what has been a 4 movie. Let me see how you pronounce this word. I'm gonna give it a go. You ready? Here we go. Tetralogy. I'm gonna go with that. Alright, that should be long enough. John Wick dies. He gets shot and he dies. I mean, you've all seen the movie if you're still here, but he dies. That is more full circle than anything we could have gotten. I mean, I said the dog thing and you were all like, good point. The dogs have been really pivotal to John Wick's character growth throughout the movies. No, him dying is what was character growth. Well, these movies, I guess, for a long time now, and the audience has been on this ride with him. I mean, he's missing fingers, been shot so many times, fell off a roof and died. I mean, pretend died. But this time we got an actual death, a satisfying conclusion to the story of a man who doesn't like his job.
That was the most consequential day of my life because now I don't like my work. The Darmine Doggy Door!
Giving him what he was really looking for by the end. It's clear in the movie that John Wick has given up. He takes more risks, makes stupid decisions, and often throws his entire body at people. The man wants out, one way or another. Now that he's gained his way out, it makes perfect sense that he accepts his death. His life was his wife. His life was his wife. His life was with his wife. You know what I mean. And everything he's done up to that point has just been for her. I always picture John Wick as a story of love. John Wick could have easily got out if he wanted to. I mean, he's the best at the business. If he really wanted to, he wouldn't keep making decisions to come back. He willingly does things that put him back into the Assassin's Creed? Does it have a name? I'm calling it the Assassin's Creed. Anyway, he wants to spend time with his wife again. And that seems like his only way to him is to go back in, take missions, and then if he dies, whoopsie, I live with my wife forever. Win-win. And once he knows it's over, he's fully content. And even though I wouldn't think a fourth movie would be needed, this completes the tetralogy, yeah, see, in a very satisfying conclusion, completing the John Wick story. Wait, what the hell? In the end, I'm going to rate this movie an 8 out of 10. It's everything you could expect in a John Wick movie, amplified. It does what it does in the first three, and does it for longer, and it does it for bigger. And by bigger, I mean more effects, better stunt work, more risks. I mean, there's more locations, and adding locations in the movie is really tricky because you can get lost, but it does it perfectly. I know where he was, I know what was happening, I know why he was there. It all tracks, and it's just a very good, solid movie. I have to give it an 8. Personally, I would rate it higher, but I think in future, I'm going to be doing a bit more details about more Oscar-winning, like, think piece movies, and I don't want it to be at the same level as John Wick Chapter 4, if that makes sense. Thank you for watching. This has just been a quick little intro video. In future, I'll like to make them a bit longer. I didn't really get to talk about everything I wanted to talk about, but I just condensed it so that there was less editing and sound work, and that I could actually publish the video, make sure I can publish videos, because I didn't want to do all the work. You know, it's tough. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you want to comment on what could improve, I'd appreciate it. And see you in the next one.